Hey guys, we welcome you all in our next tutorial called shared preferences. So basically the shared preference is used for storing the key value pair relationship in Android and iOS. You might be from iOS, so in iOS we use NS user defaults and in Android we use shared preferences. So coming to in Flutter, we have one library called Flutter Preferences. You can find it on PubSpec. So you have to just add it and press the pubget button. So it will download the dependency. So here we will look into one sample where we can use the actual shared preferences. So before that, I will show that there are three screens, or you can say that the three Dart files we are having, which is the main file which you might be aware of, and another is that home screen, which is just simple dummy home screen kind of stuff. And in the login screen also the same work. You are having the one app bar and one center text. So what we will do with this two Dart file, which is home screen and login screen, so we will design one tutorial. So based on that your preferences, you can decide whether you have to log in or you have to go to the home screen. So let's start with this. First of all, we have to create two methods. First is used to save your preferences and another is to get your preferences. So first of all we will store it. So we are creating one method called store logged in status. So here you require boolean value. So what is your current logged in status? Logged in status. And to use shared preferences, you have to create the instance of it preference, then shared preferences dot get instance. So this is the default method which is provided by shared preference, and shared preference you can see that it is providing a get instance. That means it is a singleton class. So you can see that the inner implementation of shared preferences where it is returning only single instance once you created in your application. So navigate back to the main.dart file. It is showing error as because it is returning the future value. So to handle that, we have to use await and sync. So here we have to add await, and just because we are adding await, that method will be asynchronous. So we have to add async also. So that error should gone now. Yeah. So to save the boolean status, we have to mark it is like set and the bool. So it is asking the key value. So I already told you the shared preference is like key value pair kind of relationship. So key would be anything which you want. So here I am adding is logged in, just a dummy hard coded string, and here the status, logged in status. So whenever you are using these shared preferences, so you have to add one key, on based on that key you can put your shared preferences, and based on that key you can get your shared preferences. So the key is really important in shared preferences. Now we have successfully able to store the logged in status. Now we have to get it. So it is returning actually it is storing the boolean value. So while getting, we are getting the boolean value. Setting also we are setting the boolean value, or for getting we are also getting the boolean value. But as you see that the shared preference is storing value in asynchronous form, means in the background form. So that value goes to in future. So let's suppose we are creating one method like get, like it is written in the boolean value. So I am using like get logged in status. Okay, just I have created the simple method. Now again create the instance of shared preferences like this. I am just copy pasting. Okay, so here again you can see that the await is creating an error. So as I already told you, when we are using the await, that means it is a kind of asynchronous operation. So we have to add async here. So that will give us another error, which is called as async must have the return type called future. So we have to give future here. So that's why, because it is returning the future value. Okay, so now error gone. So here we have to take that value, preferences get bool, and here we have to pass the same key. Yeah, based on this it will return you boolean value. But if you see that without storing that logged in status, if you get that value from your preferences, it will give you null. So to handle that situation, we have to add double question mark and return it false. So if this value returns null, it will give you false by default value. So now we will add one, you can say that, the floating action button for storing that value. So we will add it inside the scaffold, floating action button, and another is that the floating action button, here we are having on pressed. So inside on pressed we are just calling that method name. So here I will mark it as true, and here in the container side we are having one child, which child is center, and inside center we are having one child which is called as the raise button. So based on the shared preference value, while clicking on the raise button, we will decide whether we have to go in the home screen or in the logged in screen. So again here we are having one function on pressed. So here we will call that method. So here we will get the status like bool is logged in equal to get logged in status. So here it will give us error because it will return the future boolean value. So if it is returning the future boolean value, we have to await it and add async here. Okay, so it will stop that error. What basically awaits do? Wait for that value to come from your background. So it will not execute the another line below of it. So you got the is logged in status. So now we have to navigate to the another screen, which is logged in screen or home screen. So for that we will use navigator dot of push, and the push required material page route. These things I already explained in my previous tutorial, so guys just go through that. You will get to know a lot of things, and your builder need context. So here we have to return the screen based on our logged in status. If it is a true, then go to home screen. If it is false, then go to login screen. Okay guys, so I am running it. So let's see in the what is the output of it. Okay, so you can see that there is one button called floating action button here, and then another is that the radio raise button, which is rendered in the center of your screen. So if we click on this button, what will happen? It will navigate us to login screen, because it will return us the future value, because when we are clicking on this floating action button, then only it will mark that your boolean has a true, otherwise it will return the false value. So if I am clicking here, it will navigate to my home screen. Oh, actually, I think we are navigating here just because I am running this application again, because I already run once. So let's do it like this. If I mark this as a false and run it as again, so if I click this fab button, now again I click on this raise button, so you can see that it will navigate me to the login screen because I marked the logged in status as false. The false will go here, and while returning the get logged in status, it will check. It will give us boolean as a false. So if it is a false here, then it will navigate us to login screen. Okay, guys. Again, if I mark this as a true, and then again I reloading that screen, then if I pressed on that fab button, now I press our raise button, then I should go to home screen. Okay, guys, I think you must got that shared preference things. So let me know your comments in the comment section box, and also go through the GitHub and Medium links which I shared on my description section. Thank you, guys.